Today starts with a walking of a weasel in New Brunswick, Canada. Want to check out those posts right there, Diesel? You give her. Check them out, man. Make sure they're all good. We're here at Shell Card Lock. I guess this would be Flying J? I don't know. They don't have Flying J's out east. They have Irving, usually. But this is a Shell Card Lock, which usually means your Flying J cards would work there. I'm repping the Jets with my oversized toque here. My little pom-pom on the top. Because I'm classy. I'm just going to walk down this little abandoned road here. Or looks like a new road. Looks like they're building some stuff here, eh? Fancy, fancy, fancy. Diesel, where do you want to go? Want to go to the end of the road and back? So we are just inside New Brunswick. We're at Edmundston, New Brunswick. The Quebec border is literally a hop, skip, and a hump over there. And so there's still a lot of French population here. Quebec French, Acadian French, they're different. The further south you go in New Brunswick, the more Englishy it gets, but it's very bilingual. The province of New Brunswick here is the only constitutionally bilingual province in Canada. The rest have adopted bilingualism sort of as in my opinion, as a favor to Quebec to, you know, make them feel included as part of the country. Because when the English took over Canada, we had a war, right? And the English won. French didn't like that very much. And they did not want to adopt English. They don't want to talk English. They don't want to be English because they're French. And that's okay. That's their right, right? I'm not hating on the French at all. I'm actually, I admire them a lot. I admire how they preserve their culture and their language. I wish the English would do the same way. But anyways, speaking unbiasedly here, in my opinion, I guess I'm a little biased, but whatever. The English won the war, right? And the French didn't like that. And a while back, we had a prime minister who was actually the father of the current prime minister, the one that I didn't vote for. But anyways, the father, he was from Quebec. He was French, and obviously he had a French bias, so he wanted to include Quebec in the country, which is okay, right? So he mandated that every province across Canada accept bilingualism, and they all did, right? That's okay. Nothing wrong with bilingualism. So they all accepted it, except Quebec. They didn't accept it. That's the curious part, right? They never signed the bill. So Quebec is the only province of Canada that is not bilingual. Interesting, right? But again, I'm not hating on them. I actually really wish the rest of Canada would be so proud and preserve their culture and language and heritage like the French do. You know, if I was French, I would be very proud to be from Quebec. Absolutely. But since I'm not, I'm an outsider in Quebec, so I'm Manitoban. And those of you who know Canada know that Canada is a multicultural country. They have made that a law across the country that we must be multicultural. Here's another fun fact about Quebec that you may not know. Quebec is, like I said, the only province that is not bilingual. They have one language, legally. And they are the only province that is legally not multicultural. They will not accept that. They didn't sign that bill. So, when immigrants come to Canada, if they move to Quebec, they are expected to assimilate. And they do that not because they don't like other cultures or because they think they're better than others. No, they do that because they really love who they are, their culture, their heritage. They are Quebecois, they are French. But can you imagine, just humor me and imagine, what if any of the other provinces that speak English would do this? Say, hey, no multiculturalism here. We're English and that's it. Like, that is our main language. And if you come here, you must assimilate. There is no tolerance. Like, we're protecting our heritage here. Can you imagine if Manitoba would do that? We would be labeled like racist, bigoted, closed-minded, prejudice, rednecks. It wouldn't work if we'd do it, but hey, good on you, Quebec, for protecting your heritage. I am totally for that. totally for that and stand behind you in that, even though I'm not French. But hey, the rest of the culture, or like if the rest of Canada would follow their lead, we would have a good country, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. All right, Diesel, you ready to go? You ready to go? We're all set. We were parked just right over there beside that trailer. Now we're over here. Still got my cold this morning, if you're wondering. It's a lot better though. The aches and pains that were in my body are gone for the most part. So we're gonna drive on down to Moncton and get another good night's sleep, and hopefully it'll be all better tomorrow. My nose isn't running like crazy like it was yesterday too, so I think we're on the road to recovery. So we're between Woodstock, New Brunswick, and Fredericton right now. I believe we're getting close to Fredericton. This is New Brunswick, Canada. On the east coast, we are northeast of Maine. We're in the Atlantic time zone. The United States does not have an Atlantic time zone. They only have the Eastern time zone. So the Atlantic time zone is one time zone further east. So it's 4 o'clock here now. In New York, it's 3 o'clock. Just so you get an idea, we're further east. Canada is wider than the United States. Much bigger country. We just have a lot fewer people. A lot more wilderness. My cold is kind of sticking around. It's better than it was yesterday. I don't have the aches and pains, like I said, but still got the sniffles. And sneezing a bit here and there, sore throat, but I'm thinking by tomorrow we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. Then by Monday, when we have to start working again, unloading in Nova Scotia, will be 110%. 110%. So the speed limits here in New Brunswick on the freeway here, yes, they actually have legitimate freeways in New Brunswick, unlike Manitoba, where we like to put up stoplights at every intersection. Because who needs overpasses? Who needs overpasses? This is Winnipeg. We like lights. They're pretty. But on the freeway here, speed limit is 110 kilometers an hour, much like on the prairies. That is 70 miles an hour. Though most cars and four-wheelers take that as a suggestion and do about 120, 125. But that's like that right across Canada. Speed limits seem to be more of a suggestion. If you put up a speed limit sign that says 100, most people are going to be doing 120. Or 110 at least. I am not condoning that though. Don't go and do that. Because if you do that, you get pulled over by an ambitious police officer, and you get a ticket for doing 10 over the limit, and you say, well, Chuck and Josh said I could do it. It's not going to work. He's still going to give you the ticket. But hey, if that does happen, tell him to watch my videos. May as well. So we just entered Gagetown training area for the military. This is a military area all around us here. We just passed a sign that said, training or military training area, do not leave highway. I wasn't planning on it, thanks. I'd prefer to stay on the highway myself, I don't know. Can't speak for everybody, but I was just gonna keep rolling right down the highway. I'd rather not hit the ditch, but if you do hit the ditch, you're probably gonna get a ticket because you're not supposed to leave the highway. There was a sign. The signs don't lie. I wonder what they do here. I bet you there's like guns and shooting and stuff going on here. Somebody in my comments there, you guys know what's going on here. What do they do here at Gagetown? What kind of training? Like probably everything, eh? Is there target practice and stuff, and like helicopters and fighter jets? 'Cause I don't see any. I wouldn't mind having a little mini air show if they want. They can go blow stuff up over there. I'd watch. I don't care. And why would they put the military training area way out on the East Coast? Why not like in the middle of the I guess we do have Shiloh in Manitoba. Never mind. We have one in Manitoba too. But Shiloh is more like off the beaten path. It's not right on the federal Trans-Canada highway. You know, just in case if our military base gets attacked, it's in an unpopulated area. The base in Winnipeg used to be, or the base in Manitoba used to be right in Winnipeg. And eventually they kind of thought to themselves, if this military base was ever attacked, Winnipeg would be under attack, our capital city.
maybe we should move all of our military guys away from the population. So now they're training out in Shiloh, out in by Brandon. But that's the story I got anyway.
Well, Diesel, where did we make it to? Did we get there? We did make it to Moncton here in New Brunswick, where you stayed at the Petro Canada, or the Petro Pass, or whatever this place is here, and had a good night's sleep. It was a very short day yesterday. We didn't do much. Got here a little later, and pretty much just played computer games in my truck here and whatnot, and went and ate some supper over across the street at the restaurant near the casino there. They had some live music. I periscoped it. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but I had a nice steak dinner. It was delicious, absolutely. And this vlog was abnormally short because we didn't really do anything today. We only drove like 4 hours, and that was that. But the scenery was pretty beautiful, you gotta admit. New Brunswick is a nice looking place, and people here are very friendly. They are. They're very, very helpful, very outgoing, and very trusting. It's very different coming to the East Coast, being from the West especially, where we don't trust anybody. But it's very much like the States too. You know, you live beside your neighbor, but you don't know who they are. You don't trust them, right? Like, you don't know what's going on with them. So out here, everybody trusts you, and they make you uncomfortable about it. If you're not used to it, it can make you very uncomfortable. And it honestly, it does. It's a little weird to me, but not in a bad way. Like, you know what, don't change yourselves, New Brunswick. That's what makes you unique. You're very trusting. I just hope that that doesn't get you hurt in the future, trusting the wrong people, because there are people out there that shouldn't be trusted. But, you know, not saying that I'm one of those people. Like, obviously I'm harmless, but what does make me a little uncomfortable, I have to admit this, guys, a little bit. Whenever I say that I'm coming to New Brunswick, it makes me a little bit nervous, because whenever I get here, I find that there's people who will hit the streets in their vehicles searching for me just to say hi. They're innocent. They don't mean me any harm. They just want to come and say hi. But a lot of times, if they find me, they'll come and bang on my truck door while I'm sleeping. I've been sick this weekend, so I've been really trying to get my sleep, wake me up, and I'm in bed. I sleep in my boxers. I don't mean to make you uncomfortable with that thought and that image or whatever that thought does to you. I'm sorry what just happened to you there. But I sleep in my boxers, so obviously I'm not going to come to the door or get out of bed when I'm practically naked. And Diesel's going nuts, and I'm losing sleep. And I know that they mean no harm, but the only place that this happens is in New Brunswick, and I have to be honest with you guys that it makes me a little bit uncomfortable that people would go out of their way searching and looking for me, and when they find me, just come and bang on the door. I don't know. I mean, there's probably some people out there that would dream of this, like people just looking for them, right? But where I'm from, that's doesn't happen. That's not proper. I don't know. I really don't know how to say this, but you guys, if I do come through here, there's no need to come out searching for me. Like, I find that I would like there's a reason why my videos are a couple of days behind, so that people don't know where I am. There's also reasons why I don't show the outside of my rig. So if you guys do see my rig, wherever you are, like wherever you are in the world, whenever I drive past you, if you do see me, please don't take a picture of my rig and post it on the internet. There's reasons why I don't post that stuff on the internet, because I'm a private guy. And yes, there's those people out there who say, you're on YouTube, you don't get privacy. Well, you know what, I'm on YouTube, but I get to determine the level of my privacy. So I would really appreciate if you guys didn't post pictures of my truck when you see me. Maybe send me a message saying that you saw me, or send the picture in a private message or something. But if you send a message on Facebook, it's not very likely that I'll get it, because I get like 500 messages a day in there, and I apologize to all those people who send me messages. Sometimes I go through there and there's people getting angry at me that I'm not responding, and I can't go through all of them and say I'm sorry. Like, I just can't keep up with that. I can't read all these messages. But hey, this Facebook page is just here to get my videos out to you, share my videos with you guys, and share my thoughts and opinions on things, and get people riled up sometimes. Sometimes I rock the boat, like the other day I posted the political stuff, rock the boat. That was fun, right? But yeah, when I come through, there's no need to go out of your way to come find me or whatnot. Usually I'm pretty preoccupied getting stuff done, or I'm just enjoying maybe a nap, or enjoying a movie, or enjoying whatever it is that I'm doing, and I would appreciate my privacy. Yeah, just that's already why I nose into a lot of my spots, to sort of hide myself. Because I notice that if I park in certain areas and show my truck facing outward, that I'll have, you know, a steady knock on my door when I'm out in this part of the country. And yeah, sure, it makes me feel good, it makes me smile. People appreciate my videos and they want to come and say hi, and nothing wrong with that. But when it happens so often, I can't get anything done during my day, right? Do you understand that? Unless if you guys see me in the parking lot or something, you guys want to come see me in a public place. But when I'm in my own truck here and sleeping, if you don't see me in the driver's seat, or if you don't see me, I might be sleeping. Even if it's the middle of the day, I might be sleeping. So if you come knock on the door, it might be interrupting my sleep. And very often, like this weekend, I was sick and I needed my sleep. And so just when I say I'm coming out here, there's no need to jump in your vehicle and come search all the truck stops for me. Like, it makes me a little uncomfortable, because I don't know you, and I'm not used to that kind of friendliness. Where I'm from, people don't do that, and I'm trying to get used to it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that you do that, but it just doesn't seem right where I'm from, so I'm not used to it. And out here, everybody trusts everybody, right? They trust everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. They trust you wholeheartedly, and hopefully one day that doesn't get them in trouble. But where we're from, like, we don't trust anybody, I guess, right? Even in the States, right? Like, you have your neighbor, but they have to earn your trust first before you trust them, right? When you move into a new neighborhood, you don't know your neighbors. Doesn't mean you just go and trust them totally with all your stuff. You gotta earn the trust first, right? And then it's always like a, what are you up to over there, right? And sure, it's a shame that we live in a world where we can't trust our neighbors and stuff, but it's a safety thing, especially out in the West. You know, we're very much into, like, safety and protection, and you know, having your guard up, always having defense, you know. Does that make sense? Like, we're when people come up to my door and knock on my door, it makes me very nervous, because I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want. Recently on my channel, I've had a lot of hate because of the whole Sergeant fiasco. Sorry to bring that all back up and get the comment section all lit up again, but I've had a lot of hate on there, and there's been people who've sent me death threats and things in my message box, and they made hate videos against me, and there's a lot of stuff, and I'm not saying that that bothers me, well, but it does make me have a certain sense of guard, right? So when you drive around looking for me, and when you find me, come knock on my door, very often I'm not going to answer it because I don't know you. And you could be one of those people who sent me those messages, right? Maybe you just want to yell at me, maybe you want to slash my tires, I don't know. But we will see you tomorrow again, right? I'm going to show you where I am here. See how I nosed into this parking spot here? And that's sort of what I was talking about just a second ago, how especially in New Brunswick, I feel like I don't know, I have to nose into parking spots just so that I can, you know, sleep and not be disturbed. I do it for privacy, mostly, because if I nose into the spot here, all people see from the back is the trailer, right? And then they don't always know who's at the front there. But They still find me, so big hello to all of you who did come and say hi to me. I'm sorry I didn't answer the door for a couple of you. I don't mean anything personal by that, but I hope you guys understand that I'm just trying to sleep and get past the sick bug that I've had, and also it's different where I'm from, where we unfortunately have difficulty trusting people that we've never met before. And even though you know me well through my vlogs, I hope you don't take any offense to the fact that I've never met you. I don't know who you are. And when you come bang on my door, I don't know if you're coming to bang on my door to yell at me, to throw something at me, to rob me, to hurt me, or just to shake my hand and say hi. And well, I don't know, right? So it makes me a little uncomfortable sometimes. And yeah, we're gonna keep doing this channel, and I mean, it's something I just gotta get used to, right? But and it's gonna keep happening, and that's part of being on YouTube, right? And if you go down below to the comments, there will be trolls down there reminding me that, hey, you're on YouTube, you should expect this stuff. Yeah, I do expect this stuff, but I also have to let you know how I'm gonna respond, right? If I'm sleeping in bed in my boxers half naked and I gotta bang on the door, I'm not gonna come to the door. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. So yes, moral of the day. I don't know what the moral of the day is. I was gonna say something clever, just nothing came to me. Nothing clever in here. Who am I kidding? I'm Trucker Josh. So I will see you tomorrow. Right here, we're gonna fuel, then we're gonna go have a free shower, and then we're gonna get going into Nova Scotia. Alright? I hope you tune in for the vlog. See you then.